Nobody's going to tell you this straight up, but being a teenager right now is a total setup for failure. You're bombarded with endless distractions. TikTok sucking hours of your life, friends pressuring you to fit in with zero ambition, school piling on pointless busy work that doesn't teach you real skills, and social media making you feel like everyone's crushing it except you. At 17 and 20, you're supposed to be building your future, but instead, you're stuck in a cycle of procrastination, self-doubt, and regret, waking up every day feeling like you're already behind. You want to level up, to be that guy who has his shit together, but nobody's giving you the real roadmap. Just vague advice like study hard or be yourself that does nothing to fix the chaos. It doesn't have to be this way. I've been there, bro. Wasted years scrolling and making excuses, only to realize at 22 that I could have dominated if I'd followed some simple rules earlier. And that's exactly why I started our Discord community, a spot where guys like us share wins, call out bullshit excuses, and actually implement these rules together. No judgment, just real talk and accountability to help you break free. If you're tired of feeling stuck, jump in, link in bio, and let's build something real. I'm not some expert or coach trying to sell you dreams. I'm just a guy who learned these 10 rules the hard way, through trial and epic fails, so you don't have to. These aren't fluffy suggestions. They're battle-tested principles that will transform you from average and lost to confident and unstoppable. Follow them, and by 20, you'll be light years ahead of everyone else. Let's dive in. Turkshard, Rule 1. Own your mornings. Wake up before the world does. Most teens sleep until noon, hit snooze 5 times, and start their day in chaos, already feeling behind and unproductive. You waste your peak energy hours on nothing, then wonder why you're always tired and unmotivated by afternoon. It's a vicious cycle that keeps you reactive instead of proactive, letting the day control you instead of the other way around. The fix? Set a non-negotiable wake-up time, 5 or 6 a.m., and make your morning yours. Use those quiet hours for something powerful, a quick workout, reading, or planning your day. I started this at 18 after realizing my lazy mornings were killing my momentum. Within weeks, I had more energy, better focus, and a sense of control that made everything else easier. No more rushing. You start winning before anyone else is even up. Stick to it for 21 days, and it'll become automatic. Your future self will thank you when you're crushing goals while others are still in bed. Rule 2, build habits, not just goals. Consistency over intensity. You set big goals like get ripped or ace exams, but without habits, they fizzle out after a week because life gets busy, motivation dips, and you quit, feeling like a failure again. Teens chase quick wins, but without daily routines, you're just dreaming without doing, leading to that constant disappointment of unmet potential. Solution: focus on tiny daily habits that compound. Pick 3 non-negotiables: 10 minutes of exercise, 10 pages of reading, and 1 act of kindness daily. Track them in a simple app or journal. I used to set massive goals and burn out, but when I switched to habits, everything clicked. My body got stronger, my mind sharper, my relationships better. Remember, habits are like compound interest for your life. Small actions today create massive results tomorrow. Miss a day? No drama. Just get back tomorrow. This rule turns you from a dreamer into a doer. Charles Rule 3. Read every day, feed your mind like you feed your body. Scrolling endless feeds fills your head with junk, comparison, drama, and useless info that makes you anxious and uninspired. As a teen, you're consuming content that dumbs you down instead of building you up, leaving you without the knowledge or wisdom to handle real life, relationships, or opportunities. Here's the game changer. Read 20 pages a day from books that challenge you. Start with self-improvement like Atomic Habits or How to Win Friends and Influence People. I was a non-reader until 19, but once I committed, it expanded my worldview, boosted my confidence, and gave me conversation starters that made me stand out. Reading isn't about being a nerd. It's about arming yourself with tools to navigate life smarter. Set a timer, make it non-negotiable, and watch how it sharpens your thinking and opens doors you didn't even know existed. Rule 4. Move your body daily. Strength is your superpower. Too many teens sit around gaming or streaming, letting their bodies get weak and their energy tank, which spills over into low confidence, poor sleep, and even depression. You feel sluggish, avoid social situations because you're insecure about how you look, and miss out on the mental clarity that comes from being fit. Fix it by committing to daily movement. 30 minutes of exercise, no excuses. Walk, run, lift weights, or do bodyweight stuff at home. I started with push-ups in my room after hating my reflection, and it built not just muscle, but discipline and self-respect. Fitness isn't vanity, it's fuel for everything else. Better mood, sharper focus, more attractiveness. Track your progress, celebrate small wins, and remember, a strong body builds a strong mind. You'll walk taller, feel unstoppable, and attract better opportunities naturally. Chucker, Rule 5, master your money. Save and invest. Early teens blow money on dumb stuff like fast food and trends, ending up broke and stressed, relying on parents or dead-end jobs that trap you in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Without financial smarts, you're setting yourself up for adult struggles, feeling trapped, and regretting not starting sooner. The rule: save 20% of every dollar you get and learn basic investing. Open a simple savings account, read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and put money into low-risk options like index funds. At 7, I started saving for my part-time gig, and by 20, I had a safety net that gave me freedom to take risks. Money isn't everything, but financial independence means choices: travel, education, starting a side hustle. Track your spending, cut waste, and watch how this rule turns financial anxiety into power. Rule 6. Build real relationships. Quality over quantity. Most teens chase likes and superficial chats, ending up with fake friends who drain your energy and leave you feeling lonely even in crowds. You waste time on toxic people, drama, and one-sided connections that kill your vibe and hold you back from real growth. Solution: invest in 3 to 5 quality relationships and practice active listening. Be the guy who shows up, asks deep questions, and supports without expecting anything back. I used to have tons of friends, but felt isolated until I focused on real bonds. It led to better opportunities, emotional support, and genuine happiness. Cut toxic ties, nurture good ones, and remember, your network shapes your net worth and well-being. This rule turns loneliness into a strong support system that propels you forward. Chapter Rule 7. Learn practical skills. School won't teach you everything. School focuses on tests and theory, leaving you unprepared for real life. No clue on taxes, cooking, or public speaking, so you graduate clueless and overwhelmed, struggling in the adult world while others pull ahead with useful abilities. Commit to learning one new skill per month, like coding, cooking, or negotiation. Use free resources like YouTube or apps. I picked up basic coding at 18, which opened side gig doors I never imagined. Skills build confidence and independence. They're your edge in a competitive world. Set small goals, practice daily, and apply them immediately. This rule makes you versatile and valuable, not just another graduate with a useless degree. Just Rule 8. Limit distractions. Protect your time like gold. Endless notifications and binge-watching steal your time, leaving you with zero progress and that nagging guilt of wasted potential. As a teen, you're addicted to screens, which fries your attention span and keeps you from building the life you dream about. The fix: set strict limits. No phone first hour of day, focused blocks for work, and weekly digital detoxes. Use apps to block distractions. I cut my screen time in half at 19, and suddenly I had hours for reading, exercising, and hustling. Time is your most valuable asset. Guard it fiercely. This rule frees up energy for what matters, turning scattered days into productive powerhouses. The Bircher's Rule 9. Set clear goals and review. Them weekly teens float through life without direction, reacting to whatever comes, ending up nowhere by 25, full of what-ifs and resentment for not taking control earlier. No goals mean no progress, just drifting and disappointment. Write down 3 to 5 specific goals for the next 90 days and review them every Sunday. Make them smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. I started this after aimless years, and it gave me purpose. Hit my first fitness goal, then built from there. Goals aren't wishes, they're roadmaps. Break them into steps, track weekly, and adjust. This rule turns vague dreams into tangible wins. Narjan, Rule 10. Reflect and adapt. Learn from every day without reflection. You repeat mistakes, stay stuck in bad patterns, and never grow, leading to years of frustration and feeling like you're running in place while life passes you by. End each day with 5 minutes of journaling. What went well? What didn't? What will I do better tomorrow? I adopted this at 20, and it turned failures into lessons, accelerating my growth. Reflection builds self-awareness and resilience. It's how you evolve faster than anyone else. Make it a ritual, be honest, and watch how small adjustments create massive change over time. These 10 rules aren't magic, they're choices. Most teens ignore them and stay average, regretting it later. But you're different. You've read this far because you know you deserve more. Start with one rule today, build from there, and in 6 months, you'll be unrecognizable. Stronger, smarter, more confident. Remember, our Discord is where we make this real, sharing progress, getting feedback, and pushing each other to follow through. If you're ready to stop talking and start doing, join us. Let's turn these rules into your reality. You've got this, bro. Now go make it happen.